We see life, we know there's a God, we sometimes take it for granted. You know, I found myself and I walked into Heaven's Gates, the splendor, the magnitude, everything, it surpasses the mind. I was walking down and I saw, but listen, you know, there's prostitutes and there's thieves and there's violent people. There's one of my old neighbors, a pilot, his name's Todd. Sure, that oak used to swear, man. It's like there was no sentence without a swear word. And there's Pinto. Pinto used to, I thought he would be burning in hell forever. And I mean, obviously God is recognizable between everyone. But what fascinated me is that nobody was happy. And I went to God and I nudged him and I said, listen God, what's the story? How come nobody is happy? God looked at me and he said, my child, they are all dumbstruck and astonished that they see you here. And my friends, that is the basic truth and the easiest way to explain how far lost I was. By the grace of God, I could change my life. Obviously with people that helped, but it was God's grace. And through that grace, I realized that I must share my story. There's nothing glamorous about it. There's nothing to follow of the things that I did. I want you to understand that it's a harsh reality, it's violent, it's vile, it's ugly, but it's a necessity to read it. You will find places where I talk about sexual molestation at the age of 4. Being used as a slave, being beaten, that I couldn't even remember my name. And you know, things evolved. I became angry, withdrawn. I became violent. Violent became my nature. Not my second nature, it became my nature. I ended up in the Angolan bush war. Having grown up in an apartheid era where you were forced to grow up like that, then going to a war, making that war your own, then having that war taken away from you. Then you have to find a new war. I had to. I was a man of violence. But the war wasn't with anyone else but with myself, but I took it out on other people. I'm an alcoholic. I haven't touched a drink in a year and 10 months. And that is also just by the grace of God. I need to share what has happened in my life where I took wrong choices, where I never reached out and talked to other people. The fact that I never talked, the fact that I never took the right avenues, screwed up my life, and I took the life of a civilian. And I spent 14 years, 2 months in prison. The realities of that I'm going to share in the book. What I'm saying here is not even a millionth of what is portrayed in the book. The purpose of the book is to help people, children, parents, uncles, grandmothers, grandfathers, to see where there's possible things where they can intervene in other people's lives. Be it their children, be it their grandchildren, be it their parents. There's a financial implication in this book, obviously. This is the way I make my living now. a percentage of the money is being donated to Rape Crisis Helderberg. But some other people will also profit from this. There will be various links where this can be discussed. For instance, on Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, YouTube. Those will all be available to view on the website. Don't miss out on this, folks. 3 other psychiatrists said to me, "We're sorry, we can't help you. Only God can. We give up." So my friends, I urge you, don't lose out. And the book is to praise the Lord's name for His grace. And hopefully it will help those that are in need to see how to exit unwanted situations. Butterfly, freedom. The butterfly that you just saw, 13 of us, tattooed it on us in Angola with a matchstick and 2 needles and a pot of ink. To my knowledge, only 6 people that still carried this alive. We were in the Special Forces. You know, the legend is Papillon, the butterfly. Everyone associates beauty, freedom to go with the butterfly. But you know, it's also a jail on its own. And it's also not freedom, it's isolation. In the book you'll read about it. It will make your hair rise to think something that symbolizes beauty and freedom can turn into something that's vile, violent, and a disgrace. But you know, there's only one thing, one person that can change it, and it's God. Take my word for it.